They're over there, and you can hear them pretty well here. They sound good. Good sounding band this year. Here's the kick. It's going to go down on the near side over here near Swank. Swank will, well, let's see. It's going to be received. Well, Swank couldn't pick it up. So the Trojans end up with a big mistake to open up the ball game. Now the Wildcats will have the ball on the Trojan 14-yard line as Swank made numerous attempts to pick that ball up but just couldn't do it. It came down flopping along the right sideline here, and Andrew just could not pick it up. So it's a big problem for UDA already now as they have it 1st and 10 on the UDA 14. Pick up the name of the QB here. He'll hand this off to that 44, leaps over one man and rolls ahead to about the 8-yard line. Picking up about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. They'll spot it at the 8-yard line.
Down to about the...
So it's 2nd and, well, maybe 5. Or 6 and 4. Okay, I was right the first time. A little hard to see this angle over here. We're in the stands here at Halifax. It's a lousy place to tape from. 44 again. Well, this time he's hit almost immediately. Good low stop put in there by number 78 of the Trojans. Good stop. Evan Roberts making a stop in there for the Trojans. So it's 3rd down now. He virtually, well, gained maybe a yard on that play. It'll be 3rd and a pretty long 3. Well, UD, who has had some really good stands defensively inside the red zone, look like they've had 2 good shots at this guy tonight so far. Let's see what the QB does this time. The send a man in motion over on the left side. He's going to throw it. He's keeping it. He's going to be tackled back here. A good defensive play by number 42 of the Trojans.
42,
Mark Shostall with a big stop that time for UDA.
17.
Good job. That time will be 4th down for the Halifax Wildcats, 4th and 13. So the ball back now at the 17-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 14 from the 17. They'll go back into a field goal position now. Let's see what kind of a snap they get here. Mungol to hold. Always got to watch the snap and see if some high snap's going to come back here. The kicker has it. He'll loop one up ahead. Here it is complete, but the Trojans will cut him down. As coming up there to make a good stop on number 55, Tyler Shadle, making a good stop in there. And so that'll turn the ball over to the Trojans. So the good defensive stand there by UDA. It's 1st and 10 Trojans, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line of UDA. 1st and 10 Trojans. Skylar Fultz got to see if he can get his Trojans generating some offense here tonight. They'll go with Whitmer as the tailback in there for UDA. Whitmer has it, comes over this way. Whitmer with some good running room down the side over here. Joe gets bumped out of bounds down here after a good gain on the play. Joe Whitmer, who normally plays fullback, replacing Tony Hoover now at the tailback position, and a really nice gain on the play. All the way out here to the 32-yard line. And it'll be, or 33-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 UD. Harmon, who is running a little bit better tonight here, flanking out on the near side of the field for the Trojans. Handoff this time, Whitmer again. Whitmer over the right side this time. A good gain out here to about the 38-yard line. Picking up about 7 yards maybe. We'll see where they spot it. Well, picked up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Good run again that time, and a good hole opened up over there by that offensive line for Tony. It's Shostall. Mark Shostall lines up as the fullback for UDA. Shostall has it this time, and he'll drive it ahead to the 40-yard line, maybe the 41. Picking up 3 or so on the play. Let's see. Spotted just around the, just in outside the 40-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and about 3 for UDA. 3rd, big 3rd down play coming up here now for the Trojans.
The ball carrier there for Upper Dauphin.
87 Troutman flanks out on the far side of the field on this 3rd and 3. Will they give it to Whitmer, we'll see. Yeah, Whitmer has it. Up the middle with it goes Joe. He'll burst ahead for the first down on a good drive forward, assisted in there by several of the Trojans.
First down for the Trojans.
Nice job in there, done again by that Trojan offensive line, dragging them ahead along there with Shadle and Stone and a whole bunch of fellas for UDA. It's first down at the 46-yard line of UDA. So the Trojans getting themselves an offensive march together here. They send Andrew Swank out on the far side of the field with Harmon at the near side, playing almost directly out in front of us here now as Skylar Fultz goes back. He wants to throw for the first time tonight. Dumps one downfield. It is incomplete. Intended for Harmon out here, but just a little bit overthrown maybe. And Matthew not able to bring that one in. Matt Harmon limping a little bit after that one too. I don't know, that isn't 100% for sure. But just a little overthrown that time by Skylar Fultz. So it brings up a second down and 10. This time it's going to be Whitmer again. Whitmer for some good yardage, cuts it upfield. Lost the football, but he might have gotten it back. Let's see. Looks like we may have gotten it back, or what are they going to call it here? It's UDA with the football. Joe had a head of steam going that time and then coughed the ball up down at the Wildcat 37-yard line, 38-yard line, or 7-yard line. First and 10 for UDA in Wildcat territory for the first time tonight at the 37. So the Trojans looking good here in the early going. Troutman lined up as a tight end this time on the right side of the field. Again, it's Whitmer, and Whitmer this time will bounce ahead for maybe a yard. Not much more than that. Joe got kind of tangled up right at the line of scrimmage that time. Picked up a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Second down and 9 for the Trojans. Skylar Fultz checking him out, looking him over. He'll drift back this time, looking to throw. Dumps a little screen over here, but overthrown. Intended for number 42, Mark Showstyle, but Skylar getting a big rush that time, forced that one and fired it over Mark's head. Mark had no chance of getting that one, so we'll go as a incompletion, bring up a third down and 9. Third and 9. This time Kyle Motter will flank out on the far side of the field along with Andrew Swank on this third and 9. Ball is lost on the snap. And on the fumble, it looks as though the Wildcats might have it. So tough break there again now. So 2 fumbles here in the ball game have stymied the Trojans. And the Wildcats will take it over on the 37-yard line of Halifax. So see if the Trojan defense can dig it back in there and get that ball back. Okay, here we go. On a first and 10 for Halifax. 44 has it. He'll travel over the right side. Now he's got some big running room. And this time it's going to be taken all the way down here. Let's see, to the 25-yard line or something like that. A big gain on the play for the Wildcats. Nate Kaufman, I think his name is, 44. He's their big runner, and he got a good gain on that play for sure. It's at the 26-yard line. Kyle Motter and Kevin Troutman making the stop in there for UDA. But it's first and 10 for Halifax. Kaufman's out of the ball game at the moment. 10 has it. He is going to be tackled after a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Grosser on the carry that time. Might have picked up, matter of fact, might have lost 2 yards. 2 feet, on the play. It'll be second and 11. Stone in there on the stop for UDA. So second and 11. QB wants to throw it. Dumps one down the far side. Man is out there. It is incomplete. Covered by Motter out there for the Trojans.
Kyle Motter. Third down.
So it's third down and 11 now for Halifax. Trojans digging in good here with the defensive end of things. Third and 11 coming up. Really nice night for football here for a November 4th football game. Not too cold at all. Wind blowing, but otherwise not too cold. This time they'll go from a shotgun formation. He sends 8 in motion. Quarterback wants to throw. Dumps one over the far side. It is complete over there, but very short of the first down. Mongold with the reception. Short gain on a play of about 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th down and 7. 4th and 7. Well, let's make it 4th and 6, I guess.
Down and 6.
From about the 23-yard line of UDA. So big play here for the Trojan defense. As we see if we can't stop these guys. Again from the shotgun formation he goes. Usually getting a rush. Over the middle it is incomplete. Overthrown. Good rush put on the quarterback that time by the Trojans. And off come the defense again, and they have played a really good series there again, stopping the Wildcats on the Trojan 23-yard line. So again, the Trojans take it up on offense and see if we can start moving that football again and hang on to it this time. Again, it's Showstyle and Whitmer in the backfield behind Skylar Foltz. Foltz hands this one off. Whitmer with it, dives ahead for a couple of yards out over the 25 to the 27-yard line, picking up about 4 or so in the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
27 brings up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Foltz over center. Again, handing it off here again to Whitmer, and this time Whitmer is going to get out to about the 29-yard line.
About a yard or 2.
Picks up
Stopped by Nate Hoffman.
just about 3 on the play to bring up a 3rd and a long 3. 3rd and a long 3 coming up.
3rd down and about 4.
A 3rd down play now coming from the 29-yard line. This is a big one here for UDA. Quarterback hands this one off to Showstyle, but that's not going to get the Trojans a 1st down as he picked up a yard maybe, and it'll bring up a 4th and 3 for sure, and hardly any gain on that play. So it's 4th down, and Andrew Swank goes back to punt for UDA.
Trojans is Andrew Swank. To field the punt is Tyler Floyd. And
see if Andrew can get a good snap here and get a good punt off. Good snap. Punt. Pretty nice. Coming down this way and going to be taken at the 38-yard line. And he is going to be hit. The ball comes loose, and the Trojans pick it up. Back with it goes. Oh, what are they going to do? They're going to rule it back here. Oh, the coaching staff going a little berserk here. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hold everything. Oh, they're going to mark it down here. They can't be. Okay, I guess they can't advance it. Whatever. What in the world happened? They're going to have the officials. Officials are talking about it here, but if it was a fumble recovery, why couldn't he run it back?
36.
Why in the world couldn't they run it back? Let's see what's going on here. Now, the ref's going to probably talk to Coach Freilich and tell him what happened here. Okay. Coach Freilich says okay. And he's going to talk to the Halifax coach also. Explain to him what happened, I guess. At any rate, the Trojans get a big break there now as the young fella fumbled the ball on the punt. And UDA will have the ball at the Halifax 36-yard line. 1st and 10 UDA. So Trojans with a big break. Now let's see if we can capitalize on it. As again, Foltz will go over center. He's looking to throw. Fakes once, plenty of time. Down the middle it goes. It's complete to Swank. Swank hang on to that ball. He did. A good completion and a good pass and a flag on the play.
Swank, however,
there's a flag laying down here where holding sometime happens. Let's see what happened here. Pass interference against Halifax will be disallow or will be refused. And the Trojans have the ball inside the 16 at the 16-yard line, inside the 15-yard line. They go with it. So 1st and 10, UDA on the Wildcats 16-yard line. Good pass play that time from Fultz. Here comes Whitmer with it. Joe gets to the 14 maybe.
Whitmer off the left side.
Tough yard that time for young Joe. Picked up 2.
By Derek Grosser.
It'll be to the 14, 2nd down, and well, looks like almost 3. You got it at the 13-yard line. It's hard to tell from here now. 2nd and 7. The yard marker, of course, is on this side of the field now, and you can't get the same perspective that we do at home in good old UDA. But nevertheless, 2nd and 7. Whitmer with it. Up the middle he goes. Puts the head down, ducks down to around the 10-yard line.
Whitmer again on the carry off the right
Picking up about
across the 10.
3 or 4 more. Inside the 10 at the 9.
Lance Chubb.
It'll be 3rd and looks like about 3rd and 5, something like that.
Bring up 3rd down and 3.
3rd and 3. Ooh, it's a long 3. Wow. Come on, Trojans, let's pound one in here. We want to take that early lead. Fultz. Faking it. Fires one over into the end zone. Man is out there. It's tipped up in the air. Caught by the Trojans. Touchdown. Andrew Swank on the tip catches the ball for a touchdown for UDA. And the Trojans lead 6-0. As the flag goes by here, where'd he go? There he goes. Anyway, a good tip that time. Gathered in here by Andrew Swank. Now, Fultz was throwing that into a pile. There was Swank out there with at least 2, maybe 3 defenders from Halifax, but Andrew got it right in there and picked off the pop as it was popped up in the air. So now we have an extra point try coming up here, as it'll be Troutman attempting the extra point try. Kick placement style, kick is up, looks good from here. It is good. All right. Kevin Troutman with the extra point, and the Trojans lead 7-0 here in the first quarter, and we'll be back with a Trojan kickoff in just one moment. 1 minute 51 seconds remaining here in the first period. It's 7-0 UDA. Coach Frelick send the boys out here now, and the kickoff team goes to the field. It'll be Mark Shostal placing the ball down, getting ready to kick it off for UDA.
Mark Shostal.
See if Mark can get a good one off here now. Drive these guys back with it. Defense has played exceptionally well. The offense has got it generated, so like a pretty good ball game underway here. We'll see. Now if we can maintain this. Mark's ready. We have no names for these Halifax Wildcats, so we'll be kicking it deep to one of 2 players, presumably. We'll see. Here it comes, and there it goes. All the way down here, taken at about the 15-yard line. Upfield he comes with it. He is going to be tackled on a nice tackle made out here by a couple of Trojans. And one of them might have, looks like Brock Stone a little bit slow getting up there. Stone's going to be okay, I believe. But kind of took a hit on that, trying to make the tackle there, and got his arm and his shoulder maybe kind of whacked up a little bit. He'll be okay. It's 1st and 10 here now for Halifax at their 32-yard line. Up the middle with it, 44. And again, he's got some good running room and breaks it all the way out here to the 45-yard line before he's hit out there by a couple of Trojans. Swank making a stop out there. 58 also on the play for UDA. It's a big first down on that play. Trojans have given up a couple of big first downs, but then they've tightened it up as we get into the Trojan territory. Now they're still in Halifax territory at the Halifax 46-yard line. QB hand this one off to 44 again. He tries the left side, and he'll be hit after a gain of maybe 5 yards on the play. Actually picked up about 6. Kyle Motter on the stop in there for UDA. It'll be 2nd down and 4. 22 Sims coming off the field for UDA. All right, on a second down and 4. From the shotgun, they go pretty good. Rush over the middle. It is caught. Man, wide open. Down here is number 13, and that's going to make it a 7-6 ball game. Mix Amarillo, no one near Amarillo that time. No one within 15 yards of Amarillo. So somehow or another, he got himself really loose out there and picked that one off for 6. So it's a short-lived lead for UDA as the lead is melded down to 1 with an extra point try coming up.
Attempting the extra point will be Derek Grosser with Kyle Mongold holding.
Grosser will kick. Mongold will hold for Halifax. See what kind of a snap they get this time. They tried the extra point and had a terrible snap last time, so, or not the extra point, but a field goal. Better snap this time. Kick is up. Kick is good. So all of a sudden, we're tied up here 1-1, just like that. So we'll have to regroup and see if the offense can generate something here with 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter of the ball game. There's their score here in the first. 7-up. Well, again, it'll be Joe Whitmer on the far side and Andrew Swank on the near side to receive this Halifax kickoff following the Wildcats' first touchdown of the ball game. And it'll be kickoff coming up here in just a sec. He's ready. Signals he's ready to go, and here we go. Kick's going to go over here to Swank again, and Andrew this time will receive it at about the 8. Coming upfield with it he comes. Ducks his head and runs into some Wildcats out here at about the 25-yard line. Good return by Andrew. And it'll be 1st and 10, UDA, on the upper Dauphin 24-yard line.
25 where they have first
or 25. It'll be on the 25. 1st and 10 Trojans. Again, Harmon, this time Harmon and Swank on the near side. As they set it up here for Whitmer. And Whitmer going to be gang tackled over here.
Joe Whitmer on the carry.
After a gain of maybe a yard or so, not too much on that. He got out to the 26-yard line, picking up,
gain of a yard.
Well, a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Second and 9 for UD. Showstyle, the fullback, the tailback, and that's going to do it as the quarter comes to an end. It's tied up 7-all at the end of 1. Way to go, fellas.
Names of the contestants for the rapid fire. 2 alternates.
At the end of 1. So we begin the second quarter now. The Trojans have the ball on the 2nd and 9 on the 26-yard line of UDA. Fultz ready to go. Back. He wants to throw. He's looking. Fires one downfield. Man is out here, is overthrown. Intended for Harmon. But Matthew kind of pretty well covered out there on that play anyway. Matt, you can see, is just not running nearly 100%. But anyway, brings up a 3rd down and 9 now for the Trojans. Third and 9 for UD. Schultz is going to want to throw it again. He's getting a big rush, fires one over this way, and it's going to be way out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for UDA.
And then complete 4th down.
Trojans will be forced to punt it out of there. So we're going to ask Andrew Swank to get a good punt off again here for UDA. See if we can. He'll have the wind that is blowing, and it is a breezy night here, is blowing basically across the field from south to north here at the ballpark, which takes the play across the field. Flight of the ball would go across the field, you would think. Let's see if we get a good snap here. Good snap. Here's the punt. Oh, a dandy punt. Did he get that one? Boy, Swank really getting that. Gets a UD roll. Going to be picked up back here around the 10 or 12-yard line, and they're going to down him back there. Excellent, excellent punt, and a great coverage that time by the Trojans. Super punt and a great coverage out there by UDA.
Tackled by Brock Stone.
First and 10. Stone making the stop out there, they say. But Travis Wiest coming off the field here. Number 50 for the Trojans. Okay, the Wildcats with the football, first and 10 at about the 13 or whatever. Yeah, not too much on that one. Got about a yard or 3 on the play. Stopped by the middle of the line on there. Joe Whitmer making the stop from his defensive or middle linebacker position, but you know there were some linemen in there on that one too, for sure. Picked up 3, second down and 7. Trojans want to hold them back here if we can. QB will go back. He's looking to throw. Dumps one too low. Again, good pressure put on in there by the Trojans. Couple of these guys here. Let's see. Can't figure out their names, but nevertheless, let's see. At any rate, it's the third down coming up now for Halifax. Again, they flank 2 receivers out on the near side of the field on this third down play. Quarterback's going to keep it, though, I believe it is, and rushes it up ahead here, and he's going to have a first down. Lanker, I think his name's Lanker, something like that. QB kept it that time and got himself a big first down out at the Halifax 34-yard line. Stoney making the stop in there again for UDA. But a big gain on a third down play. The Trojans kind of left them off the hook there. As the QB sneaking one ahead for good yardage. First and 10 Halifax. Quarterback gives this one off to the 44 guy, and he'll pile ahead for a few more yards this time. Nearly 4 yards on the last play. The second down and a long 6. QB hand this one off. 44 again with it, diving it ahead, and he might have picked up another yard or so. Picked up about 2, actually. It'll be third.
40.
Third down.
3.
And 3.
Down 4.
Or 4.
Again stopped by Joe Whitmer.
3rd and 4 again. The Trojans now looking at a big defensive play right here. We need a big one. On a 3rd down and 4. Single set in the backfield behind the QB. He'll throw. Fires one over the far side, complete. And he got the first down. Whitmer bringing him down out here along with Motter. Kyle Motter in on the stop also for UDA. And a big 3rd down play completion for the Halifax Wildcats. Takes the ball to the 48-yard line of UDA, or of Halifax rather, where it's 1st and 10. Wildcats. So the Cats on the prowl again here now. 1st and 10. Quarterback hands this one off. 24's got it. Goes around the right side. Got plenty of running room, and there's an uh-oh play coming up here. Stone has a shot at him, and finally Brock Stone brings him down to save a touchdown. Over there, down to the 15-yard line it goes. So big play again here by the Halifax Wildcats as the Cats are starting to get their act together here. Wiest, 60, goes into the ball game for UD. Ball's at the 14-yard line of the Wildcats, where it is 1st and 10 Halifax. So all of a sudden, the Trojans with their 1 touchdown have woken the Halifax Wildcats. And let's see, he'll dive
Floyd on the carry.
Floyd down to about the 11.
By Andrew Swank.
Swank making the stop in there.
2nd down, 7.
It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Could stop that there now if the Trojans can hang on to them here. Down at the 11-yard line. 2nd down and 7. 34 something. He's dragged down right around the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a yard. Good stop in there by a number of Trojans.
Stopped by Brock Stone.
Stone 78 also in there for UDA.
Gain of a yard.
Again, I apologize to these guys for not having names with me, but
down and 6.
I don't have them. Picked up 1 on the play. Be 3rd and 6. Third and 6, 7:48 and so forth remaining here in the first half of this ball game. Big play. Need a fumble. Quarterback has it. He rolls right. He fires into the end zone. It is complete.
And the pass is
a man empty in there, or open again. Number 81, Huffman in there. And again, Huffman totally unguarded in there by the Trojans. He had all kinds of ease at catching that one. So it's 13-7 now, and an extra point try coming up for the Wildcats. Grosser to kick. Mungold will hold. Snap's good. Placement's down. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Off to the right.
To the right.
Wide right. So it's a 13-7 ball game now. That could be meaningful later on. 7.5 minutes remaining here. Trojans will get the ball back and look to take the lead here in just a sec. Whitmer and Swank out here to receive this kick following the second TD by these black-shirted Halifax Wildcats.
Andrew Swank and Joe Whitmer.
And here comes that kick. Low bounding kick, going to be taken by an up man here. This time it's going to be Shostal, and he will run it back here to about the 39-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 1st and 10, or they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line. Okay. They gave it to the 40. 1st and 10, UDA. Good field position here on the 40-yard line, so 60 yards to go. And we can do that. Come on, fellas. Let's go. Again, Shostal lines up as the fullback with Whitmer as the tailback. Whitmer's got it. Joe dives across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Picking up about 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Tackled by number 51, Lance.
2nd down from the 41, make it 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. They split the backs up this time here and handing it off to the fullback.
Ball carries
Shostal. He didn't get anything on that one, as that one didn't fool any of the Viking of the what are they? The Wildcats, that's it. They didn't fool anybody that time, so it'll bring up a 3rd down. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9. All of a sudden, the Trojan offense has become a little bit sluggish out here. Need a big play. Need a completed pass to somebody on this big 3rd down and 9 play and hold everything. We've got flags on the play.
Prior to this.
Okay, no flag on the play. They waved it. So big 3rd down play. And again, the ball comes loose and now picked up by Schuyler, and he's going to be tackled. So twice here in the first half, the snap has been fumbled, and so that'll bring up a punting situation for UD again as they go 3 and out. And again, Swank will be called upon to get a good kickoff. Now, the last time he got a heck of a kickoff off, but then the
Swank is the punter.
Wildcats drove it downfield in a couple of plays anyway, so let's see if he can do it again. Snap's good. Punt. High. And coming down this way. Let's see. Well, it'll get a Halifax roll, and that means that Motter will pick it off and down it down here. So at the 35-yard line is where the Wildcats will put it in play on this series. 1st and 10.
Halifax 1st and 10 on.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 35. Handover to that 44 guy. He gets out about 2 yards to the 37.
2 yards.
Grosser picking up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Good stop in there by those Trojans.
The line including linebacker Joe Whitmer. Gain of 2, 2nd down 8.
2nd and 8. QB goes over the center for Halifax. He's going to throw. Throws a screen out the far side. It is complete. Oh, he tripped up very nicely out there as Taylor Shadle got a good hand on him. Tripped him up out there. Gain on the play. He takes the ball all the way out to the 43-yard line. No, it'll be third and a long yard. Third and more than one, but less than two. 4:20. 4:24 rather left here in the first half of the ball game. On a 3rd and 2. Up the middle with it goes that 40-something, and he'll dive ahead for the first down. Grosser with a second effort that time. Takes it out to the 46-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Halifax. 1st and 10 now from the 46-yard line. 25 will come in motion to the near side of the field as the QB wants to throw it again, but he's going to be tackled this time. A good hit put on him out here by number 56. Brock Stone, was it? Or was it 58? I'm not sure. Well, let's see. The announcer will probably tell us. Josh Stadheim, by gosh. Josh, by gosh, Stadheim on the stop. He lost a pair on that one. 2nd down, 12 coming up here now for the Halifax Wildcats. 3:15. I'd like to see us get the ball back without any scoring by Halifax here and see if we can't get on the board before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 12 from the shotgun. They'll go. He getting a big rush, fires one down the middle. Oh, another man wide open. What in the world? Where is the pass? Pass defense is nowhere to be found tonight for UDA. Big wide open receiver again for the Wildcats, and that'll up the score now to 19-7. Wow. There is just no coverage on that young fella out there tonight by the UDA Trojans. So an extra point try upcoming for the Wildcats. Grosser will try to add the extra point here. It's 19-7 to score, and you're going to do for 2 so they can make the score look better. And he gets in there. Fake kick to number 33 is good. And so now we have a regular score of 21-7 with 2:57. Well, we scored. There was a score before halftime, but it wasn't us. Because that was supposed to be us, fellas. All right, 21-7, and UD will receive the kick with 2:57 left here in the first half. Swank and Whitmer go deep to receive the kickoff following the 3rd touchdown of the first half here by the Wildcats. Grosser tee it up. No, that's not Grosser. Or is it? 24? Yeah, it is. That's Grosser. He'll kick it off here for the Wildcats. And here he comes. Again, going over the far side over there. Let's see. It'll be picked up over there by Swank. Swank will cover it. And let's see. Still on his feet, but then tackled down here at around the 10-yard line, somewhere down there.
To about the 10, and we have
there is a flag over here. Playing for one. Could be more than one, but one over here for sure. Illegal block by the Trojans. That'll take it half the distance. That'll be back to about the 5-yard line. And the Trojans will be starting out 95 yards away.
Half the distance back to the 5 where the Trojans begin. 1st and 10 from their own.
Well, let's see if we can generate something here. Might as well throw a couple of passes. 2:51 left here in the first half of the ball game. And the Trojans falling behind here now, 21-7. This time the handoff is to Whitmer.
Joe Whitmer on the
and he'll get the right side maybe a yard or so.
Stopped by Kyle Mondo.
Picked up 2, will be 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8. Kyle Motter, flanker on the near side of the field, along with Andrew Swank on this 2nd down 8 play. Whitmer gets the handoff again, though, and he'll drive it to maybe the 8-yard line, picking up maybe a yard or so on the play.
Joe Whitmer on the carry. Stopped by the right side of the defense.
It'll be 3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 6.
And just before the Trojans can get this third down play off, it'll be Halifax calling timeout. Half of the ball game, 21-7 Halifax, and timeout by Halifax called. So back here in just a moment.
Second.
Okay, time back in here now, and the Trojans looking at a big 3rd down and 7. Back he goes. He's getting a big rush, and he'll pop one over this way, and it's going to be tapped away by number 11. Intended out here for Kyle Motter, but Fultz just fired that one kind of in the Kyle Motter's direction. I think Fultz trying to fire maybe even out of bounds. I'm not sure. Schuyler getting a big rush that time and just kind of popped it up in the air and was knocked away by Halifax.
We still have a cell phone found.
So Swank will try to kick it out of there. He'll be standing back in his own end zone. See what kind of a snap he gets here. Pretty good snap and a kick. High, but not too deep. Comes out here. Let's see. See if we can get a UD roll out of this. Well, kind of. Out here to the 30 or 45-yard line.
45 yards.
So not a bad punt for Swank that time. And the Wildcats will have the ball with 1:21 left here in the first half of this ball game. Weiss trotting off the field for the Trojans. Number 50 out there. First and 10 for the Wildcats. They'll go from the shotgun formation. He wants to throw. Fires one way downfield. Man is out here, but it's incomplete.
Klinger intended for John Nethercoat.
Nethercoat was the intended receiver, but Klinger's pass was incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. They were going for all the marbles again that time to Nethercoat. So now we have another 2nd and 10 play here. The quarterback wants to throw one, screens one over to the right-hand side there. The ball, however, is incomplete, dropped. Mongold was the intended receiver, but it dropped out there by Mongold. And Whitmer on the coverage for UDA, but brings up a 3rd down and 10. Stopping the clock with 1:12 remaining here in the first half. Here we go from the shotgun again for Halifax. He wants to throw. He's looking. He's firing one down the field. It is complete to number 81 out here. Huffman makes the reception. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains. Joe Whitmer making a stop on him out there, but Wildcats in great field position again. The UDA 18-yard line. 1:04 left here in the first half. Handoff is to that Mongold, and he'll drive it inside or Grosser rather. And timeout called immediately by the Halifax Wildcats. Taylor Shadle making the stop in there for UDA. 55 seconds remaining.
In fact, let's give him a loss of a yard on
21-7 and 55 seconds left here
19 seconds
in the
when play resumes.
First half. 2nd and 11 now for the Wildcats following their 2nd timeout. Again, from the shotgun they go, looking, getting a big rush this time, and this time he's not be able to get that ball out of there. Fumble on the play,
by the quarterback.
But it'll remain Halifax ball. Timeout called now with 45 seconds left. Halifax picked it up.
Ball is back.
Stone saying, geez, he just had it in his hands and just couldn't hang on to it. Attaboy, Brock. All right, 3rd down and long for the Wildcats after this Halifax timeout. 3rd and 19 now for the Halifax Wildcats. They have no timeouts remaining. 45 seconds left here in the half. He's going to throw. He dumps one down this side. It is going to be tipped up in the air. And Kevin Troutman making a good defensive play that time for UDA. Brings up a 4th down. Stops the clock, of course, with 40 seconds remaining here in the half. But Kevin making a good defensive play that time on the young Halifax Wildcat. So fourth down play coming. Fourth down. Final play for Halifax here in a half, you would think, unless they get a first down here or something. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to get a big rush, and he's going to get tackled back here. For the Trojans with a good rush that time. 58 here making a big stop for the Trojans. Okay, first down for the Trojans now, 34 seconds left. Back to pass goes Fultz. Fultz will throw a screen, but he throws it low. And Joe Whitmer can't catch that one.
Second down.
So it's second down coming up. Sure. Okay, 2nd and 10 for UDA. Fultz. Gonna fire a little one over the middle there to Swank, is complete for a couple of yards, not too much on the gain, not too much gain on the play. Timeout called by the Trojans.
Pass is complete to
Andrew Swank on the receiving end of that Skylar Fultz pass.
Down to the 40.
And timeout called immediately by the Trojans. Picked up 5 on the play, 3rd and 5 coming up after the UDA timeout. See what the Trojans can do it is 3rd and 5 now. Be nice to see them hit somebody long and score. Let's see. Nope, up the middle when it comes Whitmer, and Joe has some running room trying to get out of bounds over here, but couldn't quite make it. And they'll call time immediately. 15 seconds remaining. Good gain on the play all the way out to the 48-yard line of Halifax.
47.
Or 7, whatever.
Timeout, Upper Dolphins.
1st and 10 UD. Trojans 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line, they say. Looks more like the 48 to me, but whatever. Okay. We'll put the ball in play here now. And let's see what they can do with it. Skylar Fultz looking. Fires one over there on the far side, and falling down over there that time was number 6, Kyle Motter.
Complete. Second down.
And brings up a second down, stopping the clock with 11 seconds remaining. Okay, let's see what we can do with this one. On a 2nd and 10. Back to pass he goes. Looking. Firing one way downfield. It is incomplete. Intended out here for Kyle Motter. Coverage on the play. Pretty good coverage that time by the Halifax Wildcats, but Skylar really threw that ball a long distance, but it was incomplete. And it'll bring up a third down with 4 seconds remaining in the half. Third down, 4 seconds left. Back to pass, has time. Fires one down the field. Let's see, it is incomplete with no time remaining, so that'll do it as the buzzer goes to end the first half of play here. So it is a 21-7 score here at halftime. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
At halftime at Tri-Valley for the Wildcats.
Well, let's start the second half now. The Trojans will be obliged to kick off to the Trojans as Mark Shostal has it all teed up here. And let's see if we can get it going now as we had in the first half here early on in the first quarter. Anyway, the Trojans were playing very, very well defensively as well as offensively, and then they kind of sputtered a little bit here. But let's see, it's a 21-7 ball game, so that's not bad at all. Here comes the ball, going to roll all the way into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be brought out to the 20th-yard line. Out to the 20-yard line, and Halifax will put it in play there, 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
Okay, so we have a 1st and 10 now from the 20-yard line for the Halifax Wildcats. Up the middle, they're going to drive this one, run into a pile of Trojans out there.
Nate Kaufman on the carry.
Kaufman ran into
Stop by the middle of the line.
68 out there, and 58, I think, is that Josh Kephart. Or is it Josh Adams? It's one of the Joshes, by gosh. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 out to the 23-yard line. He drove at that time. Here they go on a 2nd down with the I formation. Back to pass goes the QB. Fires one over the far side. It is complete over there. And still on his feet. He goes with it until Swank drags him down along with Troutman. But it's a 1st down to the 34-yard line of the Wildcats. Swank and Troutman on the stop for UDA. 1st and 10. Now we got to stop these guys. You cannot let them go up and score. We got to get the ball back and score ourselves. If this was a baseball game, it would be 3-1. That's not bad. But we need to get the ball back. Here's the quarterback throwing, dumping one down the far side. Man, it's out here. Oh, just off the fingertips of Nethercutt or whatever his name is. Nethercoat, okay. Right off his fingertips indeed. Kevin Troutman out here, 87 for UD, covering on the play. There's Kevin. Anyway, brings up a 2nd down and 10. On a 2nd and 10. QB will hand this one off, and let's see, that's that Grosser.
Off the right side.
Picks up a couple of yards. Looks like Josh by Gosh Adams with the stop. So that's Josh Adams. Kephart must be 57 then. All right. Just answered my question. By gosh, Josh made a good stop. Third down, 6. Now here's where we need to stop him, right here. Right here. No gain on this play. He's going to throw it. Passes one over there. It is caught. And he will get the 1st down. He stays in bounds, but Nethercoat has the 1st down for the Wildcats. Yeah, darn it anyway. Ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line, just shy of the 45 as you see it laying there. So it'll be 1st and 10, Halifax. Since Halifax had gone to the air, they've been pretty successful against the Trojans. The Trojans had shut down the ground game pretty much early on in the 1st quarter anyway. And they stymied the Wildcats a couple of times on the ground, particularly on the goal line stand almost down here. Oh, wait a minute. Got a little bit too excited that time and jumped off sides. The penalty is against UD, 5 yards, and so it'll be 1st and 5. Quarterback fires this one, dumps it over here to that number 8 guy. He dekes one Trojan, and then he's going to be hit over here. Stone comes up and gets him. Helped out in there by Troutman. Buck Stone with a good stop on him.
Down to the Upper Dauphin, 42.
Ball's on the 42-yard line of UDA. Another 1st down on the play. So the Wildcats on the prowl out here. Picking up another 1st down against our Trojan boys. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of Upper Dauphin. QB hands this one off. 44 with it. Up the middle he goes. Boy, nearly lost the handle on it the way it looked there. And he runs into a whole pile of Trojans out there.
Nate Coffin on the carry. Down to the
Adams and Stone and several other guys on the stop out there for UD.
Andrew Swank and Kevin Troutman.
Just about 7 yards on the last play, so it's 2nd and 3. Ball nearly touching the UDA 35-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll go on this one. Quarterback rolls right, looking to throw. Fires one way downfield. Man is out here. It is incomplete. Intended for Kyle Mungold, but overthrown. And so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Wildcats sending in 3 new ball players on this 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3. 8 goes in motion again. Handoff is to that 24 guy, and he'll skip ahead here for the 3 yards, and then some as he picks up the 1st down to the 29-yard line of UDA.
Tackled by Josh Adams.
Josh Adams making the stop in there for the Trojans, they say.
Ball is marked on the 30.
That to the 30-yard line, inside a little bit. 1st and 10, Halifax. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Firing over the middle, complete for a touchdown, I believe. Yes. A touchdown to number 8.
And into the end zone.
Let's see who was that. Mungold. All right, Mungold gets himself 6. And it's 27-7 now with an extra point try coming up.
Attempting the extra point will
Mungold will hold the ball for the extra point, and Grosser will attempt the extra point here. Well, let's see what kind of a snap they get. Good snap, placement's down, kick is up. Kick looks good from here.
Kick
is good. Yep. So it's now a 28-7 ball game with 7:29 left here in the third, and the Trojans will be getting the ball back here in just one moment.
Still have a key, a house key.
Whitmer and Swank back again to receive this kickoff from Derek Grosser. And he's ready to go. And here comes that kick. Low kick. Taken over the far side here by Swank. Swank will pick it up. He'll try to come up field with it. Spins around a couple of times out there and gets tackled.
Kickoff return.
Let's see. Out at about the 25, 26-yard line, we'll see where they put it. First and 10 UDA. Ball spotted at the UDA 26-yard line. So here we go now as they'll drop the handoff here to Whitmer, and he spins ahead for some yardage. Pretty good balance that time showed by Joe. Joe picking up that extra yard or so as he got bumped kind of sideways and leaned in there for a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for UDA. Ball right now resting out about the 30-yard line of the Trojans. To see the Trojans get on the board here in this series just for the heck of it. As Foltz looks them over. Schuyler hands this one off, and where'd he go? Oh, there he is. This is Showstyle this time. Mark gets a couple, maybe a yard or so on the play. Bring up a 3rd and 3.
To the 33.
3rd and
That'll bring up 3rd
3.
and 3.
3rd and 3. Foltz this time will hand it off over there to, is it Whitmer? I think Joe Whitmer. Yeah, Whitmer has the first down that time for the Trojans as he bursts over that left side, following the blocking out there of that Tyler Shadle. And it is a first down for UDA at the 39-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Are we going to go to that senior Matt Harmon this time? Let's see. Back to pass he goes. He's looking. He's firing. He's got a man out here. It's Swank. Swank. Oh, just kind of left that one go through his arms that time. Andrew Swank. Pretty good coverage out here on the play. However, Andrew couldn't pick that one off. So it's a
second down.
Second down coming up. The Halifax Wildcats shaken up on the play. He was defending on Swank out there and got himself tangled up and shaken up, so official timeout. Okay. Young fella seems like he's going to be okay, so it's a 2nd and 10 now for UDA. 5:54 left here in the third. Back to pass he goes. Fires one down this way. It is intended for Kyle Motter, but defended pretty well out there. Kyle was double covered on the play. And the Wildcats knock that one down. Bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Pass intended for Kyle Motter.
Okay, here we go on a big 3rd down play. Foltz has plenty of time. Oh, this time it's blocked. Oh, partially blocked. By the time I said that, somebody got in there and nailed Schuyler that time.
Pass falls incomplete.
I thought he was going to get that one off, but Schuyler just got hit right as his arm was coming forward. It brings up a 4th down and 10 in a punting situation, which will send Swank back to punt for UDA. Swank will punt this one off from about his own 33-yard line when he gets this one off. Let's see if he gets a good snap off here. Ooh, a little high, but he handled it. And down it comes. Taken on the fly, fumbled. Let's see who's got it. Well, the ball's still loose out here, and it's going to be Halifax with the ball.
Recovered by.
Oh, boy. Wildcats recovered on the 43-yard line of Halifax.
Halifax will take
It'll be
over.
first and 10, Wildcats.
First and 10 on their.
First and 10 from the 33. They'll go from the shotgun here, does Halifax. Throws one over the far side. It is complete. He gets away from the defender over there and all the way down the sidelines he's going, and he is going to go all the way. Little screen over on the right side, and Mongol takes it all the way in for about 55 yards, something like that, the 54-yard, whatever it was. But a super play by the Halifax Wildcats, 57-yard they call it.
Zach Klinger to
So the score amounts here now. It is 34-7 with 5:18 left here in the third, and an extra point try coming up here. Didn't look like a pass that was that could just had some good blocking on in front. That kid can motor too. He really took off with it.
the extra point.
So Grosser will attempt the extra point out of Mungol's hold here. And we'll see what kind of a snap they get off here and so forth. Good snap, placement's down, kick is up, kick is good. So that's 35-7 with 5:18 remaining here, and we'll be right back with the Wildcat kickoff.
Reminding those students interested.
Bosdorf has it teed up this time, and a new kicker for the Wildcats. Whitmer and Swank, no, Whitmer and Kyle Motter deep to receive this kick this time from Bosdorf. Oh, let's see how he does. Motter will be on the near side back here. Kick's going to come over here to Kyle. He'll pick it up. He'll get out to the 15, the 20, the 25, turns it around, comes over this way. Got some running room out here, and the speedster gets tackled right down here in front of the bench. Good return by number 6, Kyle Motter out there. All the way down to the 49-yard line of the Wildcats. Excellent return by young Kyle. First and 10 UD in the Wildcat 49. If we could get another run like that, we'd be 6 points closer. Yep. All right. Here we go. On a first and 10 from the 49. Head over to Whitmer, and he will be stopped at the line of scrimmage. It might give him his forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Or maybe lost a yard on the play. We'll see. It'll be second down and 11.
A loss. 11.
Second and 11 for the Trojans. Again, it's going to be Whitmer, and he'll hang on to that football to the 44-yard line of Halifax he goes.
Stopped by Jeff Hoffman. Gain of 6 brings up third down and 5.
Third down 5. Joe picked up 6 on the play. .402 remaining in the third quarter of this ball game. 35-7 the score. Halifax enjoying a kind of a romp here. Quarterback wants to throw. This is Fultz getting a big rush. Fires one. It is intercepted here by the Mongol guy, or is that? No, that's not Mongol. That's
pass picked off.
What is it? Derek Grosser, rather.
And returned back.
He runs it to the midfield stripe, where it'll be in the possession of the Wildcats. First and 10.
Begins first and 10 on their own 40.
First and 10. Wildcats on their own 49-yard line. Mongol goes in motion. Handoff is to that 24 Grosser, and Grosser
Derek Grosser on the
to the 47-yard line,
48
or 48 maybe, of UD.
Brock Stone.
Yeah, they'll call it the 48. Stone on the stop out there for UD. Picked up 3 yards on the play. It'll be second and 7. 2nd and 7. He'll go this time from the shotgun again. Again, there goes that Mungold in motion. Back to pass goes the QB, and boy, he gets a good hit this time. Rushing in there very quickly is Tyler Shadle, and now they're going to throw a flag on this play. What the heck is that? Personal foul against UDA. Wow. That kind of a cheap call right there. Gee. Yeah. Late hit, I guess, is the call, but couldn't see that one.
Moves the ball to the Trojans' 40-yard line.
Looked like a good sack to me, but anyway, they tackle on 15, take it to the 40-yard line of UDA. 1st and 10 again here for the Wildcats. 2:42 left here in the third quarter. Back over center goes the quarterback. He'll hand this one off to 44. He'll try to dive ahead, but gets nothing out of that.
Ball carries Nate Hoffman.
Hoffman gets almost nothing. Josh Stedheim on the stop that time for UDA. 2nd and 10. Pass over there, tipped up in the air and incomplete.
At the line of scrimmage.
They'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Incomplete. 3rd down.
3rd and 10. So on a 3rd and 10, they'll go back to the shotgun formation. Does the Halifax Wildcats? Finger pitching it ahead here to the tailback, and boy, is he off to the races. A nice play, and he's tackled finally down inside the 5-yard line. Coming up to make the stop on is Joe Whitmer. But boy, nice play there as they shuffled it ahead to the one tailback in there, 33, Floyd or whatever his name was. It's 1st and goal now from the 5-yard line is where they spot it. 1st and goal from the 5. Trojans got a little, or the Halifax with a little trickery on that play. Got him some big yardage, almost a TD. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. The little young 33 has it to the 3-yard line. Floyd diving to the 3, or perhaps the 2.
The 2-yard line.
Make it the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2. Inside of a minute to play here. We're down to a minute to play, I should say, in the 3rd quarter. Second and goal from the 2. And Floyd will take it in from 2 yards out. Tyler Floyd goes in to make the score 41-7 with 42 seconds remaining in the 3rd, and an extra point try coming up.
Ryan Bostorff.
And Bostorff will attempt the extra point this time. Again, out of the hold of Mungold, I think it is. Snaps good, placement's down, kick is up. This kick is no good.
And the kick is wide to the left.
Wide to the left and low.
42 seconds.
So the score remains 41-7, and UD will once again get the ball back. We'll kick it off again here following that touchdown, and here he comes, and the ball's going to come back here and taken by Whitmer this time. Up the middle with it he goes, and Joe Whitmer takes it to the 28-yard line, something like that, or 29, where the Trojans will put it in play once more.
Tackled by number 52.
And again, it'll be, there's Weiss, number 60, coming back in there. The Weiss twins, 50 and 60. No, they're not. I'm not even sure if they're related. But anyway.
Ball's on the 30.
Hand off, and coming over this way with it is number 42, Showstall.
Mark Showstall on the carry.
He carried it out to the 30-yard line, picked up a yard on the play.
Brings up second.
2nd and 9.
Tackled by Mitch.
hold everything as the quarter came to an end before the Trojans could get that play up. So at the end of 3, it's 41-7, Halifax all over our beloved Trojans. Back with the final quarter of the season coming up here in just one moment.
In the third quarter, Pine Grove 14.
Fourth quarter getting underway now. 2nd and 9 for UD. Back to pass goes Fultz. Dumps a nice screen over here to Whitmer. He ducks away from one guy. Joe getting ahead of Steve going in. He's going to lose the football. And is it going to be recovered before it goes out of bounds? Yes, it is. So Whitmer coughs it up here, and the fumble gives the ball back to the Halifax Wildcats at the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, Halifax on the UDA 35. Things go wrong for the Trojans this year. They really have gone wrong. They've gone wrong tonight after a auspicious start. You know, we started off pretty well tonight, but by gosh, it has gone downhill since then. 1st and 10, Halifax. This time it's going to be that 40-something. Or 24, was it? I'm not sure. Chris Spickle. So new people in there for Spickle and for the Wildcats. I mean, in the backfield.
2-yard line.
Spickle picks up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. In motion goes 8. Handoff over here to that 37. Boy, he has some running room around the left side, huh? He'll finally get brought down out there by Swank, I believe, might have made the stop on him. But it's a 1st down for the Wildcats down at the 24-yard line of the Trojans. 1st and 10, Halifax. Here we go on a 1st and 10. 37 again with it. This time he'll dive ahead for maybe 2.
About 3 yards.
Maybe 3. Let's see where they put it.
By number 58, Josh Adams.
Yeah, about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Second and 8. And no gain on that play. Probably lost a yard.
No gain. Stopped by number 68, Josh Stadheim.
Stadheim making the stop again for UDA. Josh still in there hitting. And
Tri-Valley are tied.
Ooh, Pine Grove and Tri-Valley tied. Whoa. Tri-Valley, tough ball club always. And the Pine Grove, who are undefeated in the league this year, playing their final Twin Valley Conference ball game, and I know you'll never remember this or nor even care about it, but by gosh, Pine Grove, Tri-Valley tied at 14. In the meantime, they'll try to rush this one ahead, but to no avail. Not much on that. Down to 21 he goes, but it'll be 4th down now coming up for the Halifax Wildcats. 4th and 8. 4th and 8 for the Wildcats. They sent one man deep in the backfield. Back to pass goes the QB. Fires one over the left side. It is complete. He'll go down the left side and get it down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a 1st down on the play. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Wildcats. They'll be at the 8 yard line of UDA. From the 8 yard line. QB hands this one off. The ball was loose in there. Now, I'm not sure who has it. Looked like it was loose. The official's going to go in there and check on it. 2nd down. It was recovered by Halifax.
Quarterbacking for Halifax, John Nethercoat.
Nethercoat, number 11, is the quarterback now for the Wildcats. They start out with number 10. And now they're to number 11. Anyway, ball on the 5, 2nd and goal from the 5. Nethercoat hands this one off to that
Pickle on the carry.
Pickle or Nickel, something like that. But there's a flag somewhere back here. And we'll see what they want to call. I think they have not enough men on the field for the Halifax Wildcats. Could be the call. Illegal participation on the Wildcats will cost them 5. Ball comes back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 20-yard line now for the Halifax Wildcats. 7:21 left here in the ball game. Pitches over here to that 37 guy, has some blocking in front of him, but he's tripped up out here. Nice trip made on him out here by number 58. I think that might be that Kephart.
58.
Or Josh Adams, rather. Josh Adams with the stop. Good stop out there by Josh Bygosh, and picked up a yard or so on the play, and that was about it. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 19. The 37 guy gets still, let's see, drives it ahead down to near the 16-yard line maybe, where it'll be a 4th and goal now for the Wildcats at the UDA 16. Weiss jogging off the field here. 4th and goal for the Trojans, and they're gonna, or for the Wildcats, and they're gonna try a field goal. The ball will be placed down at the 24-yard line, or 22-yard line maybe. All right, let's see what happens here. Snap is good, placement's up, kick is good. Well, a field goal, which is a rarity for the UDA Trojan. I don't know if they ever even attempted a field goal this year. But anyway, the Halifax Wildcats add 3 on the field goal, and now the score with 5:50 remaining in the ball game. It's Halifax 44, UDA 7. Halifax has their teed up again here now to kick off following their umpteenth touchdown of the ball game, and here they come. Low bounding kick, got to be picked up here by Troutman, and Kevin takes it to the 37 or 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 UDA. Over the seniors are going to end up on a sad note here for UDA as they're getting blitzed down here at Halifax. For the underclassmen, let this be a lesson to them, and let them practice hard for the 2006 season. Joe, who has played very well tonight, doing the majority of running out here. Joe Whitmer has to be a pretty pooped young fella. Picked up 4 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. For Matthew Harmon, frustrating year as far as the season goes, but he had a good year. He had some fine receptions and some good tackles and played some good football. Here's the ball tipped off of the hands of Andrew Swank.
3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down coming up now. A little screen they tried there, and Andrew couldn't bring that one in. So here we go on a 3rd down play now for UDA with the clock moving on down there. 4:20 remaining. Back to pass, he drops. He's looking downfield. Fires one over the far side. It is incomplete. Intended for Andrew Swank.
Incomplete.
Goes an incompletion. That'll bring up 4th down for UD. And it looks like they're going to punt the ball away. The Weiss boys coming off here. And back to punt will be Swank, I guess. I think it is. Yep. Wow. Just did barely get that one off. It's going to be allowed to roll dead back here at the 38-yard line. They say the punt was partially blocked. It didn't look like a very good punt, so I'm sure it was partially blocked there. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Halifax, and they'll have 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. The clock continues to run now as we're into the mercy rule effect now.
In case you're not aware, plan to be here next Friday night for the playoff game.
1st and 10.
Be named later.
The middle with it he goes, driving it ahead for a couple of yards.
Quarterbacking for Halifax, number 14, Brandon Rimovich.
2 minutes and 54 seconds left.
Chris Pickle.
UD in there just trying to stop it. Their clock is moving on down here now, so Trojans will end up the season with a 3-7 record. Halifax with 1 loss will end up with a 9-1, I guess. I don't know if the Halifax played any other games that I'm not familiar with, but at any rate, makes it exciting for the Halifax fans to know that Pine Grove is all tied up with Tri-Valley tonight, but we haven't had a final result from that game yet. But that would be big if the Bulldogs could trip up those Cardinals, but we'll see. Here's another handoff, and up the middle with it, they'll drive this one, and a couple of yards, maybe 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 4 for Halifax. Minute 50 left here in the ball game. For 300 yards for the Halifax quarterback tonight, and 5 touchdowns in this ball game. Minute 20 remaining, minute 19. They're going to take a 5-yard delay of game penalty or timeout. No, they'll call timeout. A minute and 12 seconds remaining in the season for the UDA Trojans. 44-7 the score. Halifax will be in a playoff game here, they say, next Friday night. So we wish the Wildcats success in that ball game. After all, they are representing the Twin Valley Conference, and so we want to make sure that they do well in that ball game. We'll see. What's this guy doing down here? I think. Anyway, here we go. Minute 12 remaining, and Halifax will punt the ball to the Trojans.
4th down and 4.
On a 4th and 4 here.
Back to punt for the Wildcats.
Good snap, and the punt popped up pretty well, not too deep at all. And fair caught out here by Swank at the 33-yard line.
Off and begins 1st and 10 from their own.
The clock will begin as soon as he set the sticks, and then we'll be looking at maybe a play or 2. That'll be about it. 83 here is Daniels. Played some good junior varsity football this year, and Jacob will get in there in a couple of varsity situations. We're looking forward to next season. Maybe we can pick it up and step it up a little bit here and get the offense on track. Up the middle with it goes Whitmer for maybe a yard or so. And with 32 seconds remaining, that should do it. Just about do it.
White Hint, gain of 3 to the 36.
Swank coming off the ball field for UD.
And 7. 3 minutes to go at Tri-Valley, still tie.
15-14 seconds. Back to pass goes the QB. Fires one way downfield. It is incomplete. Intended out there for Matt Harmon with 0 seconds, and that's going to do it. The final score here tonight is Halifax 44, and the Trojans taking a big one on the chin tonight, 7. So that'll do it for the 05 season, and we'll be back next year and see if we can't do a whole lot better. Till then, Dale Calnon with Ray Coles, who is my buddy and my helper here, saying good night And to the seniors, good luck on whatever their pursuits might be. We'll see them later on at graduation and so forth, but some of them will be playing basketball too coming up here in about 2 weeks. So till then, a good night and have a safe trip home.